Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. It is with great sorrow that we are announcing the death of James Jim Ward. I'm going to be reading from the Wikipedia article. There's a lot of stuff on Facebook, people telling stories about their experiences with Jim. Tomorrow on Talking Crit at 8 p.m. Uh, Bad Mike and I am sure, be sharing a lot of Bad Mike's experiences with Jim Ward. I knew Jim, but I didn't know him well. Um, but he really, his list of accomplishments is damn near endless. So he passed uh, yesterday, March 18th. Uh, believe it was heart complications, and they were going to bring him to surgery. It's what I'm hearing, and he died prior to surgery. But he also is someone who had a lot of complications due to diabetes. He talked about it a lot in his later years on social media. He's really somebody I wish I'd had a good chance to have on Gamers Health because he could have really have told the perspective of somebody who uh, was losing the battles to uh, diabetes, and he was certainly an advocate for healthy eating and healthier living in his later years. So he worked at TSR. He worked on D&D, uh, Gods, Demigods, and Heroes. That was the expansion book for original D&D that introduced gods. He did Metamorphosis Alpha, which has been reprinted and updated numerous times over the decades and regarded as the first science fantasy role playing game. Some people regard it as the first science fiction role playing game, but he co authored Deities and Demigods, which some would say is an update to Gods, Demigods, and Heroes. I did not know that him and Rose Estes did a lot of the Choose Your Own Adventure Path books for TSR. They formed an education department at TSR planning to market classroom modules to teachers. Did not know that. He wrote Greyhawk Adventures. That was one of my favorite AD&D warning books. Like, I love Greyhawk, and that just added so much to the Greyhawk campaign that I was running. It was awesome. He also wrote with David Cook, Steve Winter, and Mike Burlt, Ruins of Adventure, the adventure scenario. That was adapted into the game Pool of Radiance. Pool of Radiance was the Gold Box series. That was some awesome gaming. Well, let's see what else they say he did. He was, I believe, the project manager for AD&D 2E, and I explained that removing half orcs and assassins from the game was for avoiding the angry mother syndrome. That is a pretty good way to put it. He actually appeared in the Dragon Strike tutorial video. Dragon Strike came with a videotape. I lost that videotape a long time ago. It's definitely an interesting thing. Um, he designed a Spellfire collectible card game. That was TSR's response to Wizards of the Coast Magic the Gathering. I had it. I didn't really understand it very well, but I wasn't big on those card games. They made him a VP of Creative Services, and it says here on the wiki that he left TSR because of disagreements with how the company handled its crisis involving book sales in 1996. My understanding is he left because Lorraine Williams told him he had to fire half the editors, and he refused to do so. And it was, well, if you don't fire them, I'm firing you. And whether he resigned or got fired is up to dispute, but he certainly had his integrity. Now, they say after TSR, he worked on a Dragon Ball Z collectible card game, co founder of the D20 company Fast Forward Entertainment, which uh, not necessarily a high point of the D20 era. Um, wrote Zedekah's Dream Quest for Margaret Weiss Productions, an adventure game book. Wrote a Holly Conn Blythe novel, Dragon Frigate Wizard. I don't know that one. Worked with Troll Lord Games on the box set Towers of Adventures, and of Gods and Monsters. Editor of Crusader Journal, and Tainted Lands. Tainted Lands was kind of like uh, Ravenloft for CNC. Wrote for Gygax magazine in 2013. Co-authored Giantlands by Wonderfilled. I gotta say, Giantlands was a mess, but I believe that Jim's role was to turn a mess into something that was workable. And I believe they was working on a second edition, and maybe that would have been uh, playable. The first one simply wasn't. He's got a list of fiction books that he's worked on, a list of role-playing games, including Gamma World. Gamma World was the second RPG I ever picked up. Um, Again, Greyhawk Adventures, simply amazing. 77 Worlds RPG, which has been out for about a decade already. Holy crap. The Starship Warden. Worked on the G.I. Joe cartoon. Actually wrote an episode. That's pretty impressive. So, yeah. I'm stunned and floored. Again, it's a man that I didn't get a chance to know as well as I wish I could have. Uh, he stopped going to a lot of conventions because his health had been failing. That's no secret. But I do remember seeing him at North Texas over the years, and he was always gracious with the fans that were always around him, always a smile on his face. It's a loss. We're losing members of this community. The old guard is passing. Please, if you have an opportunity to meet heroes, is maybe too strong a word, but meet the personalities and the individuals that created our hobby. Please do so, even if it's only on social media. Because once they're gone, they're gone. And you'll cherish the moments that you've got to share with them. I really do believe that. So, Jim, rest well. Um, I know the last decade or so was really tough on Jim. So hopefully he finds peace and solace. And we are probably going to do for Gamers Health on Saturday. It's probably going to be a diabetes special. I myself am a type 2 diabetic, and I was going down that path. So, all right, folks. On that note, tomorrow night there is an 8 p.m. live stream. Myself, Bad Mike, will be at I guess the pre-night of GaryCon, and we're going to be dedicating a lot of the time to Jim Ward. So, other than that, be safe, be well, God bless, roll those dice, roll them well, and I'll see you all tomorrow.